Good morning, dear students. This is P. Suryateja, TGT English, Chundur Mandal from Guntur district. And in this class, we are going to discuss about a grammatical topic. In the previous classes, we have discussed about the lesson peace and harmony, and also, excuse me, in the previous classes, we have discussed about the lesson of peace and harmony, and also one grammatical concept about the cause and consequences which are said in the lesson. Now, in this class, we are going to learn about a grammatical topic. So, before introducing the topic to you, first two sentences are given. From those two sentences, we can identify the topic which we are discussing today. So, let us see this second section. Look at the following sentences, paying special attention to the underlined words. Look at the following sentences, paying special attention to the underlined words. Here, two sentences are given. You please look at these two sentences. First sentence, the tiny ants, which were always busy, tickled the dark buffaloes. So, here in this sentence, it was said that the tiny ants, which were always busy, tickled the dark buffaloes. In this sentence, always was underlined. And coming to the second sentence, they often held musical evenings in a large open field. So, in this sentence also, the word often is underlined. In the first sentence, the word always is underlined, and in the second sentence, often is underlined. It means that there is a common feature in this word, in these two words, often and always. There is a common feature in these two words. What is that common feature we can discuss in this one, okay, in this lesson, in this section, okay. Always in the first one and often in the second one. So, excuse me. What is the meaning of always here? Always means a thing or an action which is occurred many times. It is called always. And often. Often also gives the same meaning. Often means it is also like always only, but not as fast as always. Okay, so always and often, always means an action or a thing occurring many times, repeating many times. It is called always, and often is also like always, but often is somewhat less happenings than always. Okay, understood? So, in the textbook only, here he said that the underlined words are adverbs which tell us how often something happens. They are called adverb of frequency. What are they called? They are called adverbs of frequency because you observe the line, the underlined words are adverbs which tell us how often something happens. So, how repeatedly the thing happens. It was said by using the words always and often. How frequently a thing is happened is said through the words always and often. So these words are called adverbs of frequency. Understood? So What is the meaning of adverb? Adverb means it is a parts of a speech, parts of a sentence. Okay, every sentence has 8 parts. Okay, every sentence have 8 parts. First one, noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjunction. So of these 8 parts, the fourth part is adverb. Noun, pronoun, verb, fourth one is adverb. Okay, so adverb means, I think that you know what is the meaning of verb. Verb is an action. For example, play, eat, drink, walk, run. These are the actions. So, actions are always verbs. When these verbs were qualified, when these verbs are qualified, when the verbs like run, eat, drink, when these are followed by a word, that word is called adverb. For example, he runs fast, he eats hastily. Okay, so fast, run is a verb and fast is adverb. Next, eat is a verb and hastily is adverb. So adverb is different, and here the words always and often which are said in this section were called adverbs of frequency. That means frequency means, as I said previously, frequency means the thing which is happened continuously, that is called frequency. Okay, the action which is happened continuously, it is called frequency. So in this sentence, in the first sentence, the tiny ants which were always busy, here what is the action? Busy is the action. Okay, so how often he is busy, how often ants were busy? They were busy always. They were always busy. Okay, do you caught my point? Did you understood my point? How often the ants were busy? Ants were always busy. So this adverb always, it is saying how frequently it is occurring. So always is adverb of frequency. Okay, next, second one, they often held musical evenings. So held means conducting. So they are conducting, it seems. How frequently they are conducting? How many times they are conducting? They are conducting often. They are conducting often. Okay, students, do you got my point? So these are saying how frequently the action is occurring. So these are called adverbs of frequency. Okay, so uh, if you understood this section 2, next he have given some exercises. Read the following passage and underline the adverbs of frequency. So he has given a paragraph, we have to identify the adverbs of frequency. Okay, now come on, let us identify. Shekhar is a busy taxi driver. He never finds time. So he never finds time. That means never is an adverb of frequency. Next, to read books. He often takes food outside. So often is an adverb of frequency. He reaches home early in the evening, but he seldom goes to bed early. So going to bed how many times? Seldom. So it is adverb of frequency. So his children always ask him for a bedtime story. How many times children ask him? They ask him always. Okay. Sometimes he takes his children for picnics and buys toys and gifts. How many times he takes children to picnic? Sometimes. Okay. Understood? Now I will explain the meaning of these always, often, never, sometimes by using a chart. Okay, you please identify how many times always comes and how many times often is used, how many times seldom comes. Okay, identify this. So in this chart, you can observe it is divided to A, B, C, D and E. Okay, in the A column, you can see that 100%, 70%, 50, 15 and 0%. Okay, so in the B column also you can observe that always, often, sometimes, seldom, never. And in the C part you can see that examples. Okay, so how many times always comes? 100%. So always comes 100%. It is a full, when the action is done every time, it is called always. Okay, often is only limited up to 70%. That means when the action is not done very frequently as always, means always is 100%. So if the work is not done 100 times, when it is done only 70 times, it is called often. When it is done only 50 times, it is called sometimes. When a work is done for 15 times, it is called seldom. When work is done 0 times, that means when work is not done at all, it is called never. You can see the examples also here. So by using this chart, you can do the exercise which is given in the textbook. So see the exercise. Murthy, do you like to watch films? Krishna, yes, very much. I dash watch films. I often watch films. A film a day. How about you, Murthy? I like films too, but I never watch films. Not always. So like this, you have to fill each and every exercise by using the chart of your own. Thank you, students. I hope that you have understood my explanation, and please do the work, do the exercises, and you post your answers. Thank you, students.